This is something of immense concern that has come to my attention regarding therapy and childhood trauma. We are seeing that a lot of clients who use childhood trauma and their understanding of childhood trauma to emotionally blackmail or guilt trip their parents and sometimes get away with unacceptable behaviors. I would like to tell you that the whole objective of knowing about childhood trauma, about what wrong was done to you, is not so that you go back and blame, shame and emotionally blackmail your parents and not do anything about it. Because ultimately, your healing is going to only happen if you take the ownership and work on yourself. We've had adult clients who are in their 30s, independent, working professionals who, after finding out that their parents have done something wrong and because of which they have a mental health issue, are now forcing their parents to pay for their therapy fees, or sometimes they are getting other secondary gains or getting away with certain behaviors just using the label of mental health issues or by using childhood trauma as an excuse for such behaviors. So I would like to even warn mental health professionals about this, because we've had many parents who have told us that ever since my son started therapy or daughter started therapy, actually the therapy has ended up making my daughter or son hate me, and hence we are very concerned. I would say that if you go to an experienced therapist or a therapist who knows his or her job, then that therapist needs to ensure that this whole childhood trauma is not a cause for creating rift between parents. It cannot be the end of therapy. Actually, understanding childhood trauma is the first step towards therapy. And the therapy has actually worked only if the client has ultimately healed himself or herself, healed and overwritten those trauma files, and has been able to now have a neutral or even a functional relationship with the same parents from whom the trauma has come. And we have demonstrated this in our therapy practices. According to me, real therapy is only when we are able to move the client from a victim position to an empowered position. And when the client is in an empowered and a healed position, then it is the same client who is able to look at the parents with acceptance, understand the parents' behaviors, and also able to build bridges with the parents. So, real test of therapy is not that the client is now blaming the parents for the traumas, is not blaming the parents for wrong parenting, but the client is actually moved into a space where the client understands the causes behind the problems, changes those, heals those, and eventually has a good relationship with the parents or with the biological family. So for us as therapists, the true test of therapy is when our client's life actually becomes more functional after the work we have done and not more and more dysfunctional. So I would also warn you people that if you are going into any sort of therapy where at the end of therapy you are hating your parents or you are blaming them for what they have done to you, then that is not right therapy. Real therapy is when you move into acceptance about yourself, your traumas, your parents' traumas that may have made them behave in that way, and eventually have the courage, the confidence and the positivity to mend and heal your relationships, not create rift. So this is my 2 bits. I am sharing this because this is an area of serious concern. Whatever content I have shared on childhood trauma, on the impact on brain, etc., is not meant to be used to blame your parents, to blackmail them and to push them into a corner so that you can get secondary gains. In fact, we work very hard with clients where we sense that there is a benefit that they are getting from being the victims of childhood trauma. In fact, that is not a good space to be in, because once there is a secondary gain that you're getting from your traumas and pains, then you are not going to move forward, you are not going to heal, and you are not going to transform. So as a client, be mindful of it, as a therapist, be mindful of it, and as parents also be mindful about this issue that I am raising here. I hope this helps.